Dawson Rider review.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here. Welcome to my review for the Omnitrix Creator from the Ben 10 Reboot Series. Feels almost kind of weird calling it that now since it's been around so long. A lot of you guys told me about this and I had a hard time actually finding it. Actually finding any info on it and then finding it in the store. It took me a while, which is why it's so late. My stores have been super behind. They've had the same like 2 original digital Omnitrixes and 3 figures forever, but they're finally starting to get new stuff. So this is basically a customizable Omnitrix, sort of a little bit of a smaller scale version of one they did a long time ago during the original Ben 10 series run, like that, you know, Ben 10 Alien Force Ultimate Alien line, where they had one where you could customize it amongst all of them, which unfortunately I didn't have. But this is a much smaller scale one. This is the like main default mode you get with it, which actually, I want to talk about this first, is one of the more accurate-ish looking ones in terms of scale. Like these parts should be white in terms of like the design of the new Omnitrix, but other than the fact that these are green tubes and not white matching this, it's pretty accurate in terms of like the way it looks. Like you have this strap here, which is a nice, you know, thick security strap, but it's not like a full-on gauntlet or anything, which we've never really gotten. But just in terms of like the scale of it and how it feels, it's actually one of the more accurate looking ones in my opinion. Again, aside from this color, just because a lot of the Omnitrixes are often really thick because of all the electronics, so it doesn't quite look like the show. So outside of that color discrepancy, this is actually one of the more compact and nice looking ones, which I really appreciate. But again, this is the default mode you get with it, and then here on the side here are some of the accessories I'll be showing off. These are just different side panelings and different tubings you can put on. This is one of the other Ben faceplates, which is kind of more based on the classic design, and this is the Kevin 11 Antitrix design. I still really hope eventually we get a proper Antitrix toy. I'm not sure why they're not doing that. That feels like a slam dunk and something new. I'm really not sure why they're not doing more electronic full-featured ones for all the different Omnitrix upgrades, since we used to do that with Bandai. But anyway, like I said, look-wise, it's pretty cool just for this. And for sounds, you press the button here. So you basically get a bunch of generic sounds, and they will change slightly depending on which faceplate you put on. And when you take the faceplate off, you get that sound, and you also get some different voice sounds when you put them on.
It's hero time! It's hero time!
There are different ones, I swear.
You need a plan when you have the Omnitrix.
It sounds sort of like a knockoff version of Ben's voice. I can't tell if it's actually supposed to be
To take down the bad guy.
the main voice or not, but you get a bunch of different, or a little handful of different sounds. Voice activation sort of letting you know you've switched it off. So let's just switch quickly to the other Ben panel.
Here goes. Sorry, Kev. Your Antitrix is no match for my Omnitrix. Here goes. Here goes. That's the name. Going aliens by game.
It would have been cool if some of the sounds for this one, since it's kind of the classic faceplate with the gray coloring, were more based on the classic Omnitrix sounds from the original series. But then you can customize it here. These are like little tubings that come out, and then these little sidebars come out as well. And these are a little bit tricky to get in. Like they're one of these ones where you can get turned around when you're putting it back in, but they go like this. And it's pretty easy to figure out, but it's just, there's like so many prongs you can kind of get turned around.
Here goes.
And if you take all these out, this almost looks like a slightly more bare bones version of the classic one. But you can kind of put these in a bunch of different ways, going different ways, and stuff like that. This is like it's got alien antennas version, and then there's these different ones that slide in here, and they give you some more ports and stuff, and some different looks. And it's okay, like that's kind of funny. You can kind of make your own formation, and it's kind of fun. I just wish it was a little bit more robust. And now then you can also do, of course, the Antitrix version, which, there we go, which I'm going to do right now. It's super easy. And, oops, don't forget to take the faceplate off and not be an idiot like me.
Kevin 11.
So, just so you know, these are separate little pieces, so you can use them for customizing. I just went ahead and put them on the faceplate to, like, save time, but you can take these off and put the green ones on, or the red ones on, or take these and put them here, and all that stuff. But, like, for the quote-unquote most accurate Antitrix version, you have this one, and also, again, only noise this one makes for activating it is Kevin 11 just saying his name, which is kind of disappointing. Then you got his sounds a little bit. And you can see these kind of light up fun because they pick up the color of this, which is kind of neat. I wish you had some more unique sounds for Kevin and some more voices for it. That would be kind of nice. It's kind of weird to me overall that like this doesn't have more different sounds when you put the faceplates on. Like they have the voices when you put the plates on, and then they just have a bunch of different beeps and boops and stuff when you actually press the button. Like I wish that when you press the button it was a mix of sounds of lights and the voices of the characters and maybe the voices of some of the aliens. That would be kind of nice instead of it just being different voices when you put the plates on, because honestly that's kind of weird that you have to keep taking it on and off if you want to hear the different sounds. It also kind of sucks that the dial isn't functioning. I mean, I kind of get it because of the way it works, but it's just kind of a weird release because I feel like similar to this that I have some of the other ones where it feels like a really cool concept with some cool ideas, but it feels like a half measure, and it feels like it could have been so much cooler if it just had a little bit more features. Like I said, this is kind of the most accurate scale in a lot of ways. So if this actually had a turning dial and some more sounds, it would be that much cooler. And I also think that it would be cool to have more options for customization, and I get it's kind of a smaller release. I think it would have been pretty neat if we would have gotten this release and then do like a deluxe package version for the holidays where you get a bunch more customization options. I think that would be pretty cool. I think kids will still really get a kick out of this. I think it's kind of a fun little Omnitrix toy, and it's nice to have something for the Antitrix, but I can't help but feel, like I said, that it's a little bit of a half measure because with a few minor tweaks, this could have been one of the coolest releases in my opinion. And like I said, it's cool to have an Antitrix as part of it. I kind of wish they would have incorporated for Ben's other ones more of the other Omnitrixes we've gotten through the series. These ones feel a little bit off and random and strange, and I feel we could have gotten more like a season 1 or 2 Omnitrix and then this season's Omnitrix and the Antitrix, but hey. I also, like I said earlier in the review, I really hope someday we get a proper electronic Antitrix release because that feels like it would be a really cool thing to have in a hot seller possibly. I think that would be really neat. But anyway, that's about it for this one, guys. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell so you can get notifications from my videos. Dawson Ryder, signing out.